was important for us to make sure that our teachers felt wrapped and supported. It is intense, data-based individualization, the way that we kind of sold it and the way that we messaged it was that data-based individualization was what special education teachers always want to do when they have the time to do it. So we made sure that they had that time, and we provided them with resources that they did not have to recreate anything. For example, agenda items, things like that, that they could pull directly from the NCII website that were available to them, intervention tools that were already available to them. So basically, a lot of our professional development and our learning went into how to access those resources and then how to use them. Some of the challenges are there's always something new going on. You know, every school district, every single year starts with a work plan. Every school is starting with their work plan, and much of that is new and fresh based on whatever data came to them from the year before. So we took the lens of let's approach this the same way we want our DBI teams to approach this. We analyzed all of their school-based data. So they had been pinpointed for school improvement. They were on an ATSI list. So we knew already what subgroup really needed the support. And for us, special education was a group in these schools that was not moving at the rate that it needed to be. So we just laid it all out. We met with school teams. Our school administrators are very comfortable working in data. They saw their data. They knew where their subgroups were. And of course, we explained where we needed them to be. So we started right in the same place we expect our data-based individualization teams to start. We want them to make sure that they know what their data is already telling them. So that's where we started. And very quickly we found, we did not require this, but very quickly we found that school administrators, the principals themselves, wanted to be members of those database teams. They wanted to be the ones leading those teams. They felt that their voice was important in the room, not just logistically, but also really to send the message of the importance of the work that they were doing. So very quickly, teachers, even though it was hard, very quickly, teachers fell in line in terms of like following the DBI process, and very quickly started to realize, well, this is just good teaching. And so we heard a lot of that throughout our time. I mean, there's a lot of celebrations. We've obviously got room to grow and continue to build, but our celebrations are first and foremost the student outcomes that we saw. We were able very quickly to see our kids start to move, and it was students that were targeted for being stuck, stuck because we hadn't found the right intervention, stuck for a variety of different reasons, but the DBI team was focusing on those kiddos. And so we very quickly started to see their achievement data start to change. And that, again, is exciting for teachers. For educators, that's what we want to see. We want to see kids grow and learn and move and get excited about what they're learning. And so the conversations that were happening in the DBI team started to change. They were celebrations. They were opportunities to share interventions that they were using, that were working, documenting those so that other teams could share them. It really put together, every district has a mission and a vision, but it really brought it together for us because it got teachers excited about what they do every single day for students, and got to hear from kids themselves as to, well, nobody had ever asked me before. Nobody had ever done that with me before. I didn't know I could do that, so the fact that those teachers and administrators took those risks that needed to be taken, it shows in our outcome data. We already have one school that has completely come off the ATSI list. Their students have made such progress. Their state assessments look good. Their school report card improved. Just things like that really encourage and excite other team members from different parts of the district. So we saw a lot of celebrations. We're still celebrating. School report cards will hopefully be coming out soon, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that we've got some schools that moved up because their individual data definitely shows progress, and that's what we were looking for. I think the big message for me, in terms of being a district administrator is that, at the school level, our schools may not be aware of the technical assistance that's available to us. So as school administrators, as district administrators, we need to make sure that our folks have access to those resources. Here in Lexington One, we use a lot of micro websites and things like that. So we've made sure to, with our DBI coach, go in and spotlight, highlight the really valuable resources that are out there in the Technical Assistance Center and get it into one place, one location where teachers can access it. It really streamlines the process for them. NCII, their website is vast. There is so much information, and you can very quickly go down the rabbit hole, which many of us have done. But for us as district folks and as school folks, we've all really taken the time and the opportunity to make sure that we streamline those resources and get them in one place so that our rising stars can now spotlight those things when they work with their mentees at the receiving schools that are just picking up DBI now. So NCII has been a blessing to us. We are grateful for all of the support. I really encourage other districts to use the technical assistance centers and partner. The coaching is invaluable. It's not district level support. Is wonderful, but when you have a technical assistance center with all of those vast resources on your side, I mean, the work just is a lot less heavy. So take advantage of it if you can.